democracy. And that the stronger message, they want to send to government. Why? And in Vietnam, the different than China, they open the social media, Google free, internet free, and especially Google and Facebook, right? And we can see the social media, the generation, they want to see and they want to learn, the democratic development from and how to build the government from the U.S. Across, Western civilization, Western culture, Western politics, influence on generation. And the U.S. election influence on the Vietnamese American people too. War generation who escaped from Vietnam after 1975, they sided with Republicans. They voted for Donald Trump. 51%, but the 48% generation sided with the Democratic Party. So you can see, and we hope to move forward both domestic and international Vietnamese approach.
Well, that exhausts my list of questions. We have about 27 minutes for questions from the audience, so we'll collect a few. You can direct them either to any individual panelist or all three of them. I'll just remind you to please speak up so the online attendees can hear you clearly.
Hi, my name is India from SBS. I have a question. I'm from Indonesia. So what happened after the inauguration of Prabowo was that he ordered all of the members of his newly established cabinet to undergo a military-style retreat, where all of these ministers, 5 ministers, have to wear military uniform and wake up at 4 for morning drills. So how do you see this as shift towards a more military approach will affect the region and also will affect foreign policy?
We may collect 2 to 3 questions at a time.
Hi, I'm Willie, and in particular, I have a question towards Peter and Dylan also from Thailand. But I was thinking, in terms of the American politics, about what policy measures can Asian countries, particularly Thailand, implement to prevent businesses from using their location to circumvent tariffs intended from Chinese origin products.
One more there.
Thank you so much, by the way, for the panel. My question is to perhaps Peter and to Fatima as well. We're seeing with the election of Trump, perhaps the global perspective on the current American election result may not be as favorable as whatever the American population has chosen for itself. Does that then, for countries, and I'm thinking India in particular, which is also, like you were mentioning, perhaps electorally autocratic or authoritarian, does that sort of open up a vacuum on the global level of what the US's perception is now in terms of how it stands as a democracy and its foreign policy going forward? Does that maybe open up a space for other aspirational countries from other parts of Asia? How might they leverage that, and is it even possible for them to leverage that? Is that now an opportunity?
3 great questions.
So let me take how we're going to divide this. Maybe I take 1 and 2. 1 and 2. I can, but I don't want to monopolize. I'm not autocratic. I don't go to retreats. But I'll take 1 and 2, and maybe you can take a third one. Maybe you can pair. I feel like security-led world, the tension will go up. But the situation or the experience of Thailand of lost decade in the past 10 years after the military coup, it explains that just because you have uniformity of the way you think, you lose creativity and innovation. And whether if you have army as morale police, hoping that the corruption will go down, if you have this kind of domination of ideas, it's just not the case if you look at the corruption perception index. So I think that's something that Indonesia can learn from Thailand, that it's about inclusion, about diversity. So trial and error, and that's how you come up